So today I'm going to talk to you guys about something that I hold myself to for the most part, and that I hold a lot of the people that I've coached and friends that want to climb to. And what that comes down to is it's something that I call the rule of three. And what the rule of three means is that we're going to take any game that we're playing and we are going to make sure that we are only playing three ranked games a day. And you could look at this and be like, well, why are we playing three ranked games a day? What's the difference? What's four or five? And you have to think about it in these terms. When you're going into a loading screen, right, and we're analyzing every single person's summoners, we're analyzing everything that's happening second by second. We're paying attention to the lane states. We're paying attention to the way that the game is playing out, right? We're we're in a situation where we're tracking more than 10 variables at all points, plus a mini map, plus items, plus gold, right? All of these factors. And the rule of three says that unless you are at the level of a pro player, you play League for hours a day, you cannot play more than three ranked games a day on optimal performance. You just can't. When you think about it in large scale, right? If you're looking at the analytics at the beginning of the game, you're looking at your time in game, your time in champ select, reviewing your runes, watching your minimap, doing all this stuff. If your games aren't surrenders at 15 or 20 minutes, which I know all of mine aren't, you're spending almost 2 hours in competitive League of Legends. Now, when you're playing ARAM or you're playing Norms and the stakes are not as high and LP isn't on the table, that's fine. But when we're talking about competitive League of Legends where you're trying to get that LP, you want to be at 100%, right? And it is statistically proven that the more games someone plays, the less their performance maintains, the less they sustain their performance, right? So when we're talking about playing 5, 6 games a day, you're talking about tanking your ability to win games because you can't just go to norms. Go practice, right? Now, the rule of three is important for honestly two reasons. One, and the most primary that we just went over, is because you want optimal performance, right? Optimal performance is huge in order to climb. But more importantly than optimal performance for the long term of climbing is you hear it all the time that practice makes perfect, right? And that practice is one of the most important things. But here's the truth. That's not the case. In League of Legends and in life and in sports, like many other things, the practice only matters when the quality of the practice is at the level at which we need to perform. So if you go and play 10 ranked games and 7 of them are dog crap, right? Because you are tired and you can't focus and you're tilted, you're doing nothing but engaging and reinforcing negative emotional habits and negative physical habits in your gameplay. Your analysis could be getting worse. Your gameplay could get worse if you just keep playing mindlessly over and over and over. And that's when we start to see this mentality come out of people where it's like, well, I'm hard stuck because of my teammates. And it's like, you're not hard stuck because of your teammates. You're hard stuck because you have practiced the same thing in the same place for so long that you don't even realize that the mistakes you're making are ingrained habits at this point. And now that they're habits, you struggle to identify them and stop them, so your gameplay has now plateaued. Your ability to learn and increase your, skill at the game is stuck because you've put yourself in a concrete box without even realizing it. The best thing about the rule of three and really focusing on those three rank games and doing your VODs and your analysis and paying attention to the analytics is at that point, then we can turn around, and when we turn around and look at that, we know that we're getting good practice in. We're getting focused practice in. And there's nothing wrong with being in a ranked game. I would do it all the time in my gameplay. If you watch my channel, you'll see me do something and I'll be thinking out loud actively as I'm going, that was a mistake. That was good. This was bad. That could have been better, right? And I may not be the best player, right now, but that applied mindset and that practice and that analytical attention is what over the time increases your gameplay and makes you a better player. It seems so simple that such something like just playing three ranked games a day or 3 ranked games whenever you play ranked, and then switching over to norms can have this high of an impact, but I promise you it does. As someone who's maintaining over like close to a 70% win trick on their 70% win rate on their one trick right now in ranked at the start of a new season, where we know the items are botched, and my champion that I like playing, Gangplank, is in a B tier state, it is important to to be as hard and crucial on yourself to sticking to these rules and really sticking to a schedule that brings out your optimum performance. Now, I know that this is kind of a short video, but I think that this rule and some of the other ones that I'm going to post here to help people really build a structure around their climbs are crucial if you want to see improvement in the long term. And I think that that's what we all want, and that's what we're all looking for. But I will catch you in the next one.